So this week, my students started the World War II unit, both in language arts and social studies, and they are loving it so far. We haven't delved too deeply into it because social studies was a couple days behind, so we're kind of waiting for them to catch up and for the kids to get to know a little bit more about the war, since this is really the first time they're actually learning about it. But we started this week the book The Sunflower by Simon Wiesenthal, and it's amazing. It's about a Holocaust survivor, and it's all true, who was taken out of line one day while working and brought to the bedside of a dying SS soldier. And the SS soldier keeps him there for hours, for the entire day, telling him his life story and about the Hitler Youth and all of this different stuff and all of the heinous acts that he's been a part of. And then at the end of the conversation, he asks for Simon's forgiveness. And all Simon can do is walk away. And so the rest of the book is about Simon dealing with an SS soldier asking for forgiveness. Does he deserve forgiveness? Does he even deserve to have gotten the comfort of telling Simon his life story? So it just kind of deals with him grappling with that, does someone who is honestly sorry deserve the forgiveness? And then after that part of the novel, that's only about 100 pages, it says, what would you have done? And then after that, there's all these essays from people like the Dalai Lama and all of these people that were in different genocides. And it's their response to the question, what would you do? So it's great. The kids are loving it. We wrote for most of the class about forgiveness earlier this week. And the kids' responses were amazing. Their abstract thinking and their ability to talk about forgiveness in such an open and honest way and write about it like that was amazing. And we discussed it right afterwards, and I've never seen them in discussion that went as well as this did. And one thing I noticed, I was thinking that my ELL students would have trouble with like an abstract notion like forgiveness, but they're really getting it. And I'm working with them a little bit more closely in that class, but they're getting it. Slowly, but they're getting it, which is great. Another thing we did this week is we talked about their independent novel choices for the World War II unit, and they're so excited to get them. They chose them on Tuesday or Wednesday, and they're not getting them until next Tuesday because we're doing other stuff, but every single day, even though they know they're getting them on Tuesday, they come in asking if they're getting their novels, and they're pumped for that. So that's good. What else? One thing I've been working a lot with this week is a couple students who are lower achieving. They have a lot of trouble with literacy. They are not the best readers, and so we're reading a very specific independent novel with them, and they have a tutor come in sometimes during the week, but not all the time, so it kind of gets them off during the week, and so sometimes in their class and sometimes they're not. So I've been really trying to stick with them and make sure that they're not just getting lost in everything else that's going on, and that's been going really well. We're reading Number the Stars with them, and they're really liking it so far, so that's great. I'm glad that they're getting it and they're taking notes, and they're reading aloud some of the time, and sometimes we read to them, so that's going really, really well. Other than that, I've been grading poetry projects this week. They handed them in last Friday, and they're absolutely amazing. They created these wonderful books full of poetry and pictures and memories, and some of them made them as a gift for their mom or dad or a family member or a close friend, and they're just wonderful. I mean, there's only a few kids who really didn't take it for all it's worth, but most of them created these amazing projects with responses filled with the figurative language and blackout poetry, and tons of really cool stuff. So it's actually really fun grading them, which is always good. Other than that, just still working on kind of reestablishing my presence in the classroom again, and I've been slowly working my way back into teaching everyone, just doing a little bit every class period and everything, and then on Monday I'll come back full-time and everything, which is exciting for me. Yeah, it's been a very great week, so I'm very excited to we're starting a wiki on Monday, and I've just been working around with it a little bit more today, and I think it's going to go really well. None of the kids have used one, which I actually really like. So it'll be new to all of them, and so they'll all have to figure it out, and we'll be in the computer lab on Monday letting them mess around with it and just doing a response on there just to let me know that they understand how to do it. So that's good. And then next week we're still looking a lot with The Sunflower because we want to finish this whole class novel before our speaker comes in a couple weeks. So we're kind of doing it very quickly, but we know it'll be so valuable for them to have this knowledge from this book specifically before the speaker comes, who was a Holocaust survivor. Which is really exciting that he's coming. The kids are excited too. So we want to get that done. So we'll do 3 days of The Sunflower next week, which seems like a lot, but we're doing a fishbowl discussion, and we're doing a think aloud with it, which I'm a little bit uneasy about, but we'll figure it out. And they'll finally get their independent novels on Tuesday. So I know they're going to come in on Monday thinking they're getting them and be slightly disappointed, but that's okay. They'll get them on Tuesday and get the chance to read because they've been begging for just a day to read them in class, so just giving it to them for that day. But yeah, so everything's going really, really well, and I am excited to see what next week brings.